King Shantanu and river goddess Ganga's son was Bhishma. After Devi Ganga left Shantanu, he married a woman from the fisherman tribe named Satyavati. She had two sons, Chitrangada and Vichitravirya. But before they became adults, King Shantanu left his body and went to heaven. His eldest son, Bhishma, took care of Devi Satyavati and her two sons. He instated Chitrangada on the throne. One day, when Chitrangada was on the banks of river Hiranyavati, a powerful Gandharva king who was also named Chitrangada came there, and a great battle took place between them. The Gandharva used his power of delusion and killed Chitrangada. Bhishma performed the funeral rites for Chitrangada and instated Vichitravirya as the king. When Vichitravirya became an adult, Bhishma wanted him to marry the three daughters of the king of Kashi, named Amba, Ambika, and Ambalika. He went to the kingdom of Kashi and brought the three brides by force. He defeated many kings. Among these kings, there was King Shalva, whom Prince Amba wanted to marry. When preparation for the wedding was going on, Amba told Bhishma, "I have chosen King Shalva as my husband." At these words, Bhishma permitted Amba to leave. The two other sisters, Ambika and Ambalika, were married to King Vichitravirya. They lived happily for 7 years. After that, Vichitravirya suffered a disease that had no cure. Like setting sun, he left the world. Devi Satyavati was miserable and grieved over her son. Vichitravirya had no children. Hence, Devi Satyavati pleaded Bhishma to get married. But Bhishma reminded her about his vow that he will not marry. Then, with Bhishma's approval, Devi Satyavati thought of Maharshi Vedavyasa. When he appeared in front of her, she requested him to bless the queens of Vichitravirya with a son, so that the Kuru lineage continues. Vedavyasa instructed that the queens need to observe rigid vows for 1 year. Only then they will be able to give birth to sons who would be equal to gods. But Satyavati was impatient and wanted to have a successor for the kingdom as soon as possible. So Maharshi Vyasa had to bless the queens with children without observing vows. As a result, Queen Ambika gave birth to a blind son. As she closed her eyes out of fear on looking at Maharshi Vyasa, who was dark with matted copper-colored hair and fierce eyes. The blind son was named Dhritarashtra, and Queen Ambalika turned pale at the sight of Vyasa and hence gave birth to a son who had a pale complexion. Because of this, the son was called Pandu.
Dear friends, this story is taken from Sambhava Parva, Adi Parva of Mahabharata. Thank you.